The OSP, Kisie Jabin, is a liar. And the Kisie Jabin is the biggest scam, is the biggest lie, is the biggest comedy shower as a young man, a Ghanaian. It is the biggest antics, the biggest gymnastics.
Adofo, iti Kevin Taylor, aba bontin, aba be expose OSP concerning Kenoforiata. Ye name say OSP, Kisie Jabin, and Chebia yena, obe drop a update. Na ninsema noka concerning Kenoforiata no. Kevin Taylor say oh no who anything serious with the video. Or no who say I'll grow be comedy be and our OSP. On the Ghana for GD. Kevin Taylor Barbon saying at the expose part 2 extended version at the aba. Unim sansa OSP. Ewa be kasare Kevin Taylor boni tuja. Kevin Taylor san ba biom na ono ne nsem o kan na ne say onji OSP ni ndi Kisie Jabin onji ni di baku say no no hu ne say joba be kan ni na entro ono ana o protect former finance minister Kenoforiata ensem a Kevin Taylor adan di wo video we mu no omo words bi omo use say jatu as toward din easy me pe say beti nkomo no the side now therefore ma mi hu to adwen cho comment ni mu Kevin Taylor angle ben fa no yan information fear and the all cast on onji Kisie Jabin di. Because of late, Kisie Jabin kwa faso ye ne nyoma no, Ghanaians almost started to complaining ngende. Inti Kevin Taylor pay attention to the grounds me sure say wati de ekọ. Adofo, yinti Kevin Taylor ne somebody to jaw decide ngende from brown subscribe here so. Subscribe to channel like na share video no for more updates.
Pretenders, people who in their own senses think say they can fool everybody all the time. And what the OSP Kisie Jabin exhibited this afternoon in Ghana on national television should tell every single Ghanaian said this guy is one dangerous human being we are not supposed to rely on. And if we are all watching tonight, every single Ghanaian, after listening to Kisie Jabin this afternoon, we need to now prepare our mind to have a better state agency that is ready to fight corruption, to take over the corruption cases many Ghana from Ekufuado's era till this time. Because if we are going to rely on Kisie Jabin, then it means to say the fight against corruption, Yajin say his office is going to do anything about it, we are fooling, or we will be fooling ourselves to believe that. It is not in my place to decide whether Kisie Jabin keeps his job or sacked. So Busamia, I'll tell you, I don't need him as a special prosecutor. But as a nation, we need to start thinking of looking at other avenues that we can believe and trust to do what? Fight corruption. Because Kisie Jabin, as we can see from his utterances, his deliberate acting, his comedy that he has been putting up all this while and climaxing it up to this afternoon in Ghana, we have no hope working with Kisie Jabin in fighting against corruption. Yeah. And I'm going to prove to you why. I'm going to take my time. Mr. S, can you cut this piece, the ones I sent you? Can you cut all the pieces and put on the background for me? And the Kisie Jabin by the kind of Bria, na say, and I'm sure I say 99% of Ghana for Mutie, he fooled them in his head. Nani Trimuno, he had a strategy, and the strategy was that let me go in, let me talk plenty, and avoid the most important thing. The reason why in Tiana, a few weeks ago, we were all over this roof. We were all over our voice, speaking and shouting, was because we wanted Kisie Jabin to do one thing. And there was only one thing we were all asking, because you would say, Kisie Jabin, yes, at the end of the day, we will all tell ourselves, say, we have made progress when it comes to extraditing Kenoforiata to face a Ghana court for us to know where they have to be put. So it does not matter Kisie Jabin staying on air for 10 hours, TV for 2 hours. It was a simple question we all asked this guy. This guy is a pure actor. He is a slimy actor. Ordinary one of those people, my Christianity is dangerous. So who Kisie Jabin now who wa bam wa one Kisie Jabin a dangerous human being. And the reason why I say that is because he knows how to maneuver. Even today in his presser, he tried to, at the end of the day, put Attorney General in a position whereby it will be difficult for the Attorney General to even be asking him questions again. And that is how smart and diabolic this dangerous guy is. The reason why I say he's dangerous is that he's dangerous because before he makes any move, he knows the consequences that's coming. He first of all deals with the consequences because he knows the possible questions that will come. So psychologically, he is a Ghanaian on the Ghana for Yini. Jimmy, and he knows how to get into our mind. And that is what Kisieja has been displayed, exhibited today on national television for 2 hours. I laughed throughout the whole 2 hours because I took my time to listen to his comedy. So I know Kisieja ben and the Kisieja ben airton adiamawa onima de kura oton. Kisieja ben de it is not different from a licky soap doing this.
2 bashi 2 pelekes. 1 bashi 2 pelekes. 1 bashi 2 pelekes. 2 bashi 2 pelekes.
When I wear crying 2 bedsheets, class 2 bedsheets, where? Towel.
Towel.
I want the pink,
towel.
the price,
Towel.
the pure case.
Towel.
What you are seeing on TV, that is the same thing Kisieja Ben did today. Or the two, or the nyama mienu chiro, no ma tom mienu na mao. Onim adimpo a oton amao. But unim, the trimuno onim the oton amao. But Obama wa adwere o say onim the oton. What Kisieja Ben did today was rehashing or going back or remixing this press conference awaye nyina be sin ne. Kisieja Ben today did not introduce any new thing to Ejuma Awaye. The $50.5 million that we have spent on his office, Kisieja Ben today could not justify that money we have given to him. You see, sir, after listening to him, most of you, Ghana for Bibrika, say, who you see Jimmy Ana, and that is on the lips of people who, with all due respect, at a point, he used figures, numbers, words to convince even the foolish middle class for them to think, say, he is presenting something new. What Kisieja Ben did today on national television for 2 hours, it was pure comedy. It was a remix of what he has done already. There was nothing new in what Kisieja Ben did today. This nigga B, or a dangerous guy. Now, we are going to go into Adia and the Oyeye. Now, if Ube say Kisieja Ben is not somebody we can trust to lead an investigation. Today he did something. And what did he do? Press conference. Ube Busa will say, okay, again, Kisieja Ben a press conference about 2-3 things. The reason why press conference in say, Attorney General actual letter ekoma Kisieja Ben after Kisieja Ben actual letter comma at a office of the president through the chief of staff's office say, oh here a way or a green light to go and bring Ken Ofori in. And a chief of staff can say, enye me juma a attorney general juma. And attorney general actual letter come Kisieja Ben kache Kisieja Ben. You know something? Ye nyoma be mienu miensa pe firi ho. Ye nsaka sa nyoma na whatever assistance you were asking from the Jubilee House, we have it. We will give you to extradite Ken Ofori to Ghana. That's it. And nyoma ben na eye attorney general ebusa Kisieja Ben. Obusa no ka chen say 1 or say offer a copy of the docket in its current state. Onfambre eye dien or no attorney general. O ka chen say baby why investigations ne dru bia no fa sa investigations no docket no document ni nyina fa breme. O say baby a we dru bia. So it did not matter where Kisieja Ben investigations they do. 2 or say an investigative report or say investigative report so baby a why dru bia no sa eno so no fabra. Now onim say sa report no inconclusive. Unwie the investigations and the investigative report ni nyina unwie no or say for our investigators count to assist him to look into it, and if they have to complete it together and take the next step. So all that we as Ghanaians through the Attorney General we were asking Kisieja Ben nyoma mi ensape investigative report, dockets, and adding 2 investigators to go and conclude everything with the Attorney General. That's all. Enti na Kisieja Ben na ye hia Kisieja Ben to come and tell us the obeka. But let me open your mind on something. Ehona mi wi na ma kire azan eye Kisieja ben ye in there. You cannot trust him because he's playing Ghana. He has taken $50.5 million. He still cannot account for the $50.5 million. He still cannot account for it. Now, Shadebia and they see, let me read a few of the things he spoke about today. Now, so we study Kisieja means some of the kind in the or say we start investigations be. I mean, bought the top from Ghana for. Now, investigations, no, can you for that time abayimu ni pebi eti company be. Now, take company no, na company no, sebio enkrata ni njira so a was omutumi di dwuma bi e de den ejeje Ghana revenues. Sa company a kenofo ata mote no, mame body to farmer PZ for. Also mote company bi a omo de be kire PPA say, oh company we de omo ye ne say, omo boa e ma ban etumi jeje eto ni yie. Enti sa company ni Ghana Revenue Authority ye dwuma, bebi a ye jeje eto nyina afri no, ye betuma jeje eto no, ekwan so a ebe ye hyew a emu be dawa Ghana benya sika dodo. Na time kenofurata de sa company no ko kire eye PPA no. PPA ka say sa company we eni ngina so, eni experience, eni de kire say betuma di sa dwuma de no. Na sa time kenofurata eye sa de no, na company bi wo hodada edi sa dwuma no ma Ghana. Sa company no 2015 and almost started di sa dwuma no. Now, the na one woman in say, kenofurata first company no de koye no. Ohun say yanji antum no, PPA or the corner yanji antum no, and osako change company ni ding. Or man ni pebisa change company ni ding. Eben SML. Now, they see and say, onim say SML no, omuni experience biem. Omuni experience. Sa nyoma na omo de call PPA. Procurement, Public Procurement Authority. Ye di deny say ye to for contract no no. Kenofurata na onim say, sa new company na was a rebranding no, old one a we rebranding no, onim say ekoho a omesa pam no. Into the oye and say, company na any Ghana Revenue Authority GRA eye adwuma eboa ma yejeje eto no every different avenues government institutions e de ekoto ye no oma oni GRA mpenifo ne ka omuti bon ho e na omo force company ne say oni new company na what na any experience no engineer sa companies ne kon ho na se bi omo so enjeje sika omo jeje eto odi bi. Remember Ghana mrane kire say e was a PPA e ma wo ho kwan say company bi kurampo ebenya contract bi a buy contractor. A nipa or a GRA boss no entry for on one pet and massa company the contract. Can of rat anim sanity. Any GRA boss for no more him sanity. The omu and say Omuka say a company na 2015 na omu contractor also mj a tour near the 2 year no. Omuka say sa company no omo force ne say for the contract ni be Emma can of rata company no na almost engineer no kon na omunji scan bi. Na nyame on pebone na sa company na omone aban eye adwuma dada no na omo contract na ebe ende na de won wan say omo force ye edikere frata company no esi sa company no kon ho atiase ena na omo so edi dwuma na emfa embrakwa mu. In fact sa company na omo ye dwuma pa na ye dekere frata company na esi omo kon ho so omo ngi sika ni bi no sa company na omo mpene so. But eye GR mpenifo omo ba ya andekufo ado omo nyina ne kerofurata ka omo ti bon ho e na omo de sa company na share eye company dada no kon by force oni omo nya adwuma. Now de na ehu awasem nyina mu ne say e ko nanim no sa company na sebio omo di dwuma ansana kerofurata yes ye force the company abeshom kon no omo contract na expire. And this a company the contract expire. That means say kerofurata company na esisa company ne kon automatically omo the company na also omo free contract nim. Nanso de na one want say can you create a company na ye share company ne kon say on ne ngigi sika no sa company ne contract na expire no can you create a company de ne contract na expire omo the contract na emma can you create a company na PPA for nim Ghana ban nim parliament nim ena GR mpenifo ne can you create tena ase ena omo term contract no edema can you create a company na company dwuma de be no mu di so hwe dwuma de omu di ne potia na Ghana eto a ye gigi no mbiambia te say airport tema port immigration sa eto na edigi no wo nyina no omo na omo wo enusuade hu a omo tumi de gigi sa eto ni nyina yie to yie ma ye rekoto Bank of Ghana. Now edidim bedum pempenso bi ehun say GR mpenifo ni nyina ne kerofurata ka omo tiri bon ho ena na omo use sa company we illegally ena omo de gi Ghana eto no etua kerofurata de the company ne ka bobre a odistika fa ho. Enti sa wodi wani tumu pa na wo hwa kenofurata eje contract no illegally company ni illegal impenifo man ho kwan man run it company no enyina no enso were part of the illegality and na omu wiaye enti eye OSP so be ka kire nde ni nyina no brofo tintin ni nyina no na o ka kire say Ofori Atta ene nipa bi ene ball kro no eno ano no and ade we ade a OSP aka kire dadaada yenim enya ade foforo enti ende so we check eye news talking point now you see this after the name change from SMEL. First company na Ofori Atta de koya na yan jantum no friend SMEL. Owie no ko change din na SML. After the name change from SMEL to SML, the revenue assurance contract was taken from West Blue Ghana Limited and awarded to the newly incorporated firm. Inti West Blue Ghana Limited no. Omuni company na sebio omo ho kwan se omo gigi sai to no. But Ofori Atta de SMEL koya na yan jantum no. Osabe yi ni firo eno de SML ba ya oni GR mpenifo e de eye contract no by force omo de be see West Blue for kon ho say mo by force mo de kan Ofori Atta enye adwuma we afi what you say now after that no they see and say when in sama OSP be ka kire ye nim ni nyina dada ensam foforo bi amaye. I am trying to give you an idea of azan any lies papa we be twa kire mo ne I see GRA and SML deal was a masterful and mischievously crafted scheme by Ofori Atta. Or see, oh, sa GRA, omni SML for deal na, omu kuki yeno, na idea omu tina hon, etwinwini ni ye, edisi kwemwa, omu yomase, omu bomu trimu po area Ghanaska. This is not new. This has been there already. The first press conference or kansan semu we nyina rundown nyina ma ye. Enti this is not new. And then obetina ho enda kan 2 hours no. Now, Special Prosecutor Sakachre said over 1.4 billion was paid to SML without proper monitoring or evaluation. It's the main thing in say. At the end of the day, Attorney General can say, Sanyoma wejina fabreno in its current form. But my main tricky be. On say Special Prosecutor Ekasandeno. So what study SML for no ejuma also mo yankasa. Yes, so mo yede be a friend of revenue assurance. That means say Juma na Ofori Atta ejuma kuo no edi nyina ne se yeto no omo begege ne kwan paso hyew so se na akro no bia mbem a ye betumi nya enough eto revenue e de ato se oman so we study special prosecutor nsem o kan nyina ni nyina started from 2017 all the way to 2024 now baby a SML for edi sika pa no between 2017 and 2020 now you see, Ofori Atta company na was say company na a revenue assurance. Yet for na omutumi gigi. Now Ofori Atta sa avenues are not ojiji etuo ni nyina through SML no. There was a way he was supposed to get his money. Now he couldn't take the money from those places. He needed to follow the money and take his commission before the money ends up at Bank of Ghana. Remember, ya gigi Ghana tuo ni nyina free port. Tema ya jiji ni nyina free ni nyina end up Ghana Commercial Bank. Edu Ghana Commercial Bank pe entina ho na akọ Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana and consolidated accounts edem. Now, Ofori Atta knew say oye say adwuma ni nyina illegally a wagigi eto ni nyina na baby a obeji eto bia the commission da so through the SML company no. So he needed to chase the money. Now, ogigi eto ni nyina no in 2020 sa sika na your friend revenue ni nyina no ekodi Ghana Commercial Banker. Na Ghana what accounts be your friend the slip account. Se sika ni nyina revenue ni nyina koduru ho na revenue na eden. A slip ko na koto Bank of Ghana. Mo kai se 2020. Me be ka kire mo say. Sa expose we am here in 2020. Me ka kire mo say. Eye 52 billion. Every Ghana Commercial Bank. Na sa sika na Auditor General, former Auditor General Dumelivo ye no. Sa sika na ko Bank of Ghana na nanka wo say e free ho eko Bank of Ghana no 52 billion 52.5 billion was missing ye hu be a fire now so we read the Auditor General's report now or trophy sa sika no ho a there is a particular place it will give you a sense why Ofori Atta's name or the finance minister's name was mentioned mama chiro eni jana Ofori Atta epese oye a revenue assurance contract no he knew what he was doing. Or did revenue ni nyina wi he would chase the money all the way to Bank of Ghana, Ghana Commercial Bank, take his cut before the money slips into Bank of Ghana. It will read a transfer of tax revenues by GCB to unknown source. So you see the unknown source. Now read here. Letter no was the 5th of October 2020. Now akabe 2 months near Kotwaba. 52.5 billion a rai. Yehu a SML the fast askano. And it's be seen there. Omubuso almost say Sikana Fahin almost say unknown source. A Kenofuriata SML. And an ye revenue assurance no. Omujiji revenue now. Because Kenofuriata wanted a way to be able to get close to the money. He only needed to build that what we call special purpose vehicle in the name of SML. The moment he puts that company together, that company is in charge of revenue assurance. It will make him as the finance minister, it will give him the opportunity to follow the money. Now, he's not following the money in the interest of Ghana. Kenofuriata is following the money in the interest of SML. But because he's the finance minister, when he talks to Ghana Commercial Bank, they need to listen to him. It is as he can do Ghana Commercial Bank. No? So we read the Auditor General's report now. Ubehu Bebia, a man who said Kenofuriata took that money in the name of SML because of call it revenue assurance. Revenue assurance, no, and the springboard or the propeller. It will be manikunya saskano. Into here, Regulation 12 of the Financial Administration Regulation FAR 2004 stipulates, and I quote, Auditor General Dinkan Koti emra nipa sikan kodi ninsem no wa form ansana waka DSC. Into check findings now. Paragraph 1. Or say a person entrusted with custodial duties of public and trust monies shall protect public and trust monies against the unlawful diversion from their proper purposes and against accidental loss, and locate such money so as to facilitate the efficient and economical discharge of public financial business. End of quote. Auditor General will say, answer about audit be odin kan code to act na kyerɛw sɛ they are buying sika hye wo nsam na so wan hwɛ so ye na ɛwɔ sɛ bebia wo sɛ kɔ na ankɔ a mmra ane ubedi. Now